yourself.
Yo, 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 what's poppin', all my peeps? It is I, your host, the most Renaissance man who always thinks he can, and your champion of the peeps, Patty Pitt, back once again in the Yard of Streams for another edition of Pitts and Sara's Wrestling Show, where we take no nights off. And it's not just me, Patty P, here in the Yard of Streams. I'm joined, as always, by the best of the West. You can't forget about Sarah Marshall. What's popping, girl?
Hey, yo.
Hello.
Was popping.
My jaw.
Oh,
I just yawned and my
okay.
jaw popped. That was.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's a weird feeling. It's a
Yeah.
weird felon.
Yeah.
You got
Tar
there.
McLaurin.
Tar McLaurin.
That's how I keep saying it. I said it to my mom like 3 times and she was like, I have no idea what you're saying. And I was
Is
like,
that
oh.
because of how I like?
Yes.
Yeah.
So I was like,
Yes.
yeah. So I had to say,
Tar McLaurin.
I'm like, Terry McLaurin.
McLaurin.
Yeah, McLaurin.
That's someone I would like the Patriots to swoop up. But I have a lot of things that I want to put on my wish list. I don't think it's gonna happen
For the Patriots?
Yeah, because you have him that is upset with his team situation. You have Micah Parsons, who is legitimately
Micah Parsons. I for what they would have to give up for him, I say absolutely not.
I still would. I would.
2
I'd give up
first-round
first.
picks.
I would give 2 firsts.
That's.
I'd give
insane.
one. No. I'd give 1, 2 seconds. Spread the seconds out though.
Yeah, but
And
still, it's a
then
lot.
It is, but Micah Parsons is a game, like he's a player that you sign and you immediately become Super Bowl contenders.
Interesting.
How about you? I wanted him on the Patriots the year that he was drafted. Everything that we were hearing was obviously Mac Jones and the quarterback. I wanted them to trade up to get Micah Parsons and ride it out. But I don't know, Sarah. That's why should have called me. They even got a goddamn Pitts in Foxborough. They still need my help. Fucking crazy. Anyways,
do they have a Pitts?
No, I like in Foxborough. My dad's cousin is GM of Patriot Place.
Oh, got it.
Even like it's like we need more Pittses.
Got it.
In Foxborough to be making these decisions.
Yeah.
Because it's one thing that you and I share here is we know ball.
Sir, they're not that far off. Okay?
Get bent, dude.
The thing is giving up a 2026 first is really risky because it's possible that they're still in the top 10. So it feels like that's a lot to give up for somebody. And then you might add in another first. Like, to me, it seems far more likely that Vrabel will trade for McLaren before he would trade for Parsons because of how they're trying to build through the draft. I think they could offer a 2nd round pick for McLaren, and then that isn't as bad as giving up 2 firsts.
Okay,
you know,
that's an argument. Like I'm with you. If you are the Patriots scheming your team, agreed there. God damn, Sarah, how good would it be to have Micah Parsons?
Well, Milton Williams could be a force. Keon White could be a force. Like, we don't know yet.
He could. Maybe
I'm not saying maybe Micah Parsons, but still, we don't know.
No, correct. Maybe I'm just fangirling. I tend to do that.
Bad guy? Absolutely not. Stop it. Stop rooting for the Bills. How dare you? How dare you? How dare you?
How dare you?
First of all, how dare you?
My quarterback isn't a cuck. All right. I watch Sinners. All right. My QB wouldn't let. Did you watch Sinners?
No.
Oh my God, Sarah, it actually is really good. It is really good. And the fact that Michael B. Jordan plays twins as well as he does, astounding. What else we got? Yeah, but anyway, well, I get to some nonsense wrestling federation. Decided to have that. We're letting it go. They're going to be. We got SmackDown presented by Pitts. We're working on a name. going throughout this whole show. All right, because I've noticed this. We always book my show on the Super Show. We never book yours.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of fucking rude.
I
I'm not gonna
mean,
lie. It is to me. I'm sorry. I'm being a little rude boy.
it's
So
okay.
we're gonna let it run. We're gonna let SmackDown run, and then Sarah, you get to see who your show is, your roster is at least. Because to be honest, I don't know how 2K did it. It was actually my brain, but anyways, the way the shows are set up in the matches and like the the computer will put the feuds before you get to put in
Mm-hmm.
who would feud.
Mm-hmm.
They already have your brain on the same wavelength
Okay,
with how
good.
they're booking the show. Like it is women heavy. You have all the women wrestlers that are your favorites,
That's right.
and Gunther. Like I mean, you have a
That's all I need. Is Seth on my show too?
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
Seth is on your show. I
It's
don't need
solo.
Seth. No, I have the bloodline.
Oh man.
I have the bloodline. That's part of my thing. It's bloodline, and then I have every nonsense character, minus Mario, like the Mario verse, Mushroom Kingdom, and Stitch. I gave you Stitch and every family member of his. Even put him in a faction called Ohana. That's because
That's right.
That's hilarious. But anyways,
Ohana means family.
Family means that no one gets left behind.
Yeah.
So while my show SmackDown is going on, currently we have SpongeBob and Patrick challenging said bloodline, not challenging, defending their tag team championships against said bloodline, the Tongans to be exact.
Tama, where you at, boy?
He's on my screen right now making his entrance. That's what
I
he's
am
doing.
obsessed with him.
So he and Tongaloa are going to challenge the Bikini Bottom Boys for the tag titles, and the show will go on.
You know what I was thinking? It would be kind of funny if I have, 4 action figures hung up on my wall. I kind of was thinking I might take, 1 or 2 of them down, but it would be kind of funny if I just got ones that are like like a funny joke. You know what I mean? Like I have Gronk here. Like that's just
no,
and
then you should
like
get some nonsense figures.
Solo Sokoa as the tribal chief. It's like so then I feel like I need to get other ones like I don't know.
You should get random ones, and then
let me get Tama Tonga. Let me get like I don't know, just other ones that it's like random people that I think are great.
Get a Stitch, and then get a Stitch per like figure, not like
something. But yeah, that would be kind of funny.
That would be cool. Let's hear if the peeps think it is cool as well. I'd love to hear what the peeps think in the Nonsense Wrestling Federation. Sophia, I do not remember when we met specifically. I just remember I was wearing my CM Punk sweatshirt. Was popping, David. Sophia did really like my red LA Knight shirt. Thank you. I really like it too. And the fact that I can fit into it is because of Crunch Fitness, nonetheless. So thank you, Crunch Fitness, for allowing me to be able to wear my LA Knight shirt and not have it be tight as hail. Bernard was popping, my dude. Good to see you here. Leave a voicemail, Bernard. Speakpipe.com/official house show. All right. I want to hear everyone's takes. Everyone leave a voicemail. Jay is here because he already got into
Not Jay.
The bad guy, excuse me. Sorry. Yeah. The bad guy's here. We already knew that. And we need Pit Sarah on the creative team. Listen, this is what I'm saying. Like, okay, this is why I am telling you, by doing the Nonsense Wrestling Federation, like, it's a great way to, like, I used to play with action figures as a kid, and obviously now, like, you can't, whatever. It's a great way to just, like, do your own show. Like, how would you do it?
Mm-hmm.
With the restrictions of, well, it's AI, you can't throw in a vignette, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, you only get like 5 matches, you're getting 5 matches. So you have to have them like imagination in your head where it's like, all right, they're 5 matches, but like, fuck it. In my head, I'm thinking about Scooby-Doo and the Mystery Squad cutting a promo on SpongeBob and Patrick, why they should be the tag team champions. And then you have match. All right, here's a backstage segment between, Kevin Owens and Homer Simpson. Like, it's just like the inner workings of your mind put into
Mhm.
a screen. It's great. It's absolutely great. Sarah, this is something you absolutely should listen to.
Yeah,
This is like
I've only
your
seen one clip, because I totally forgot that it came out today, so I'll probably try to watch it later.
you absolutely should watch it later.
Did you already watch it?
No,
Oh.
no, because but I saw the clips, and every clip I saw was like, Sarah would like this.
Yeah,
Sarah,
the
this
one
would
I
be.
saw was about how him and Kaiser are basically like brothers. That's the only one I've seen so
Oh,
far.
I saw other ones of like Gunther's approach to wrestling. Undertaker saying that how he hates kids these days not huddling around the monitor
Yes,
gorilla.
I saw that clip. That
I was
quote.
like, that's you.
Yeah. Well, I
Like,
mean, and
that's
then people were coming for the Taker too, being like he's just hates everything, as if he's Bret Hart who just shit on Gunther. But I was like, no, he's not. He's not saying that everybody has to be huddled around the monitor watching, but I'm sure that if he's noticing that like nobody is doing it, then that kind of is a problem. In a way, like they're not like
Mhm.
studying the game, So
No, it is. It is a little bit, but they're also doing their job in the sense that that's how they're going to get their views now. It's like
Yeah,
that's how they're getting
build
the
a
screen
brand for
time
themselves.
and
So,
building a brand. So it's that other side that they didn't have to do. You know what I
mhm.
mean? Like, but he is. I share his sentiment. Like, yeah, you should be studying the craft and all that, but if you're not going to be on the show that day, and it's like, okay, I can make a TikTok right now to get views and comments about how people want to see me on the show more, then like I'm going to do that. And then if a match is currently going on after I'm posting, yeah, then I'll go over it. Like, that's how you have to balance it in a sense.
Mm.
So, Bret shits on everything this year. He does. Bret Hart, it might be my most controversial take as a wrestling fan, but I don't see the overall appeal of Bret Hart.
I
That
I
is a hot
I
take.
I don't think so, because remember what I said last week?
No, like, it's not that we don't understand and appreciate what he's done and are not
Mhm.
trash. It's just it's not our cup of tea.
Well, that's the thing. If you appreciate technical wrestling, of course, you're like, yeah, he's like one of the greatest. But if we're talking
He is
about
the
being
greatest.
an entertainer, he's not that entertaining, like in general.
No,
He's a really great wrestler, but he didn't have a whole lot of personality or natural charisma. Like,
yeah.
these are not things that were easy for him. And he spends most of his retired life shitting on everybody that's currently doing it. And now he's throwing in Gunther, and it's just like, what the fuck are we doing? You're
Yeah, I
mad
don't
because he
understand.
does chops. Okay.
Yeah, I didn't like that criticism from him about the hurting people. I get what he means by that, but Gunther isn't someone who's going out there to hurt people.
But
It's a physical art that's how he's
also
expressing it.
chops have been around forever. This
Bret
isn't
Hart
something
did
that
chops.
yeah, it's not something that Gunther created and we're all like, "Oh, it's kind of controversial." Like if someone was saying something about Seth Rollins doing the stomp. Sure. You can say,
Get
"You
it.
know what? I don't really like that. It seems dangerous, whatever." It's like, "Sure, yeah, okay." Like that's not something that we've seen a lot. It's just like with the punt and Randy Orton, like, okay,
Yeah.
but we're really talking about chops. Okay, he's not really risking anyone's health. He's not dropping them on their head
No.
or like, you
Kicking them in
know,
the head.
yeah, it's just yeah, I don't know.
Ugh. That's a good little segue, Sarah, into our favorite segment of the week.
Don't be a lemon, be a rosebud.
Don't be a lemon, Sarah. Be a rosebud. Rosebuds and lemons of the week. Rosebuds being our favorite things, lemons being our least favorite things that we saw around the Wrestleverse, whether it was in the ring, on a show, or even a podcast, because my rosebud includes a podcast week like it always does. Sarah, because I am a gentleman, what is your rosebud of the week?
Well, since we're talking about controversial things, I'm gonna probably this is controversial because I'm
Nice.
mad at WWE this week, so I do not want to talk about anything that I think I might have enjoyed.
Wow. Okay, that's your boycott. You're standing on
Mhm.
business. Like,
Mhm.
you upset me through your actions this week. So
Yeah,
you know
there's
what? I'm
this
not saying it.
yeah, the past week, the past 10 days, they've done just like so many like shitty things that like that has completely clouded anything that I might have enjoyed. So, you know, limiting
It's sad.
my lemons this week was a lot more difficult than being like, you know what, I'm not gonna praise anything that they did.
All right, well, Sarah, now you have an opportunity to do something really nonsensical to the point where I have it queued up. If you can make this possible, can you give me at least one rosebud that you saw outside of WWE this week?
Well, I haven't seen it yet.
You could
But
throw it.
I saw a lot of people talking about just how utterly fantastic Tony Storm is this week.
Okay.
Everybody was just talking about like all the reactions that I was seeing from Wednesday night was just Tony Storm is the greatest women's wrestler. She's the greatest character. She's this, she's that. And so it makes me want to look into it, obviously, because like I don't sit there and watch Dynamite, but it's really cool to see. I feel like no matter what company that you watch, if anytime that you're watching professional wrestling and it seems like the general response from people is highlighting a women's wrestler and they're talking about just how good she is, and it's not just in the ring, it's on the mic, it's character work, it's this and that. It's just really cool because it feels like we've come a long way, but we still have a long way to go. And when people are able to sit there and actually give credit where credit is due, especially to a woman, it's like that's really cool, because there was a time where women's wrestling was not considered serious. You were not ever complimented for anything that you did, you know? So they were referred to as bathroom break matches. And the fact that we're now in a place where, you know, I mean, I would say the top 3 companies in the US, AEW, TNA, WWE, all have women in their companies that could very easily main event every single night over the men. So it's pretty cool that we're in that space now. And Tony Storm is definitely one of them.
It was the promo that she cut, or interview. I don't want to say promo because it was more like an interview with Alex Windsor. She was in Alex Windsor's corner last night for their 4-way or fatal 4-way, see who would challenge Mercedes Moné for the TBS championship at Forbidden Door. Tony Storm is the most complete women's wrestler right now. And from everything, top to bottom. You have the character, you have the personality amplified to 11 with the character. You have the mic skills that she could go out there with a mic and captivate an audience just as much as going in the ring. And then if you put her in the ring, she's making moves that she's fantastic in the ring, but she's making moves that were the standard back when it was 1920, 30, the characters she's portraying were the standard moves. Like she's doing, I forget what this is called, but she's doing a lot of this. I think they're called like something chops. She's doing Luthez presses, like she's doing monkey flips. Like she is so dedicated to the character that she is wrestling like that character was in 1930s, 40s, that time. I'm not kidding. She is better I like her and believe she is the top of all women wrestlers across all 3 major American promotions right now. She's that damn good. It doesn't matter who you put her in the ring with. She just wrestled a main event caliber match against Mercedes Moné at All In Texas. The next week or 2 weeks later, whatever, math is hard, she's in the ring and puts on a pretty solid, a great match with Billy Starks, who's a 19-year-old just scratching her teeth. So, like, the range that she has in the ring, along with the being just all complete, she is the best in the business right now. And I'm happy that you mentioned her as your rosebud, Sarah, because that was That was a really good part of Dynamite. Because Dynamite's been tough the past few weeks.
That's what I've heard.
And it's not because anything has been bad. I want to put that out there. It's not bad, but it's all matches.
I think that's the thing that's the storytelling is what they always run into. That's always the biggest critique that people have when they talk about AEW because no one ever really says anything about the wrestling, obviously.
You know.
I mean, the whole thing is like we're the elite wrestle or whatever the best wrestle. Yeah. So like that's never a problem. It always comes back to storytelling. So once they kind of like let off the gas a little bit in that area is when people start to complain. So they don't seem to still understand just how important that part is of professional wrestling. They really think that people are watching them to see good matches, and it's like that is part of it. However, you put on good matches basically every single week. So last week is no different than this week, and it's no different than next week. But the stories that you're telling, the feuds that you're bringing to the table, that is what makes every single week different. That is why people are watching, because they can watch a good wrestling match at any time. You can search it on Google. You can go on YouTube. Like you can watch New Japan. You can do whatever. You can find a good match to watch. But the storytelling, the character work, the feuds, that's the stuff that makes people want to keep coming back and get invested, because that is something that emotionally draws people in, or it just captivates their attention long enough that they actually want to stick around and watch more.
Exactly. My rosebud this week. Let's start with the easy one, more the personal one, is that Limitless Vacation Land Cup is this weekend on Saturday. I will be making the trip after work on Saturday to see the Hardy Boys for the first time wrestle in person. Sarah, I have never been in a crowd where I get to hear the Hardy Boys music hit.
Mm-hmm. I've only ever heard it for Jeff, but
see, I've never been at a show with either of them.
I saw it in 2017. When Jeff partnered with Finn Balor. So that is the only time I've seen it.
Oh, okay.
Because when I was going to a lot of shows, the Hardys weren't around at that time in WWE. So.
So yeah, that's the first one. I'm wicked excited for that and get to see good pal John Alba. And then my other two, I mentioned the interviews. Ivy Nile interview on CBV this week. I really enjoyed because we don't get to hear a lot or see a lot at this point from Ivy Nile. But she's got a hell of a story. You know, she was homeschooled.
I did not.
And she was homeschooled in Tennessee. And she's like, you know, a Southern belle, Southern girl. And she just took to fitness as her love, passion. She's a dog. I'm telling you, Sarah, listen to that interview. I think we could be seeing a future women's world champion in Ivy Nile. Like she's got it. It's not, she may not have the fandom growing up and that like love for the business like we do, but she has the drive where if you give her anything, she's going to excel at it. So I'm ready for that. And then the finish to MJF, Mark Briscoe last night was awesome. I've really talked about storytelling with AEW. Their story has been really entertaining to watch over the past month or so. It's got really personal with MJF mentioning Jay and all that. It's been tough. But so good. And last night, MJF pins Mark Briscoe, but Mark Briscoe had his foot on the rope. Ref didn't see it. Doesn't matter. MJF threw it off. Still, you know, still wins. And then beats him up after the match. Classic chicken heel shit. Hangman Page comes out to save Mark Briscoe because before he walked out, Hangman said, if you do win this match, you should be in the running for a championship match. Obviously didn't win. And then, yeah, so I thought it was really good. So, yeah. What was I going to say? Well, we got lemons. My lemon is the Bloodline. The Bloodline won, Sarah. What the hell is this?
Well, of course they did.
The
It's the Bloodline.
Tongans beat SpongeBob and Patrick. Fuck this. All right. Well, that's what I don't like. Sarah, what do you not like?
Some of the comments that Paul Heyman made on the Ariel Helwani podcast this week was pretty disappointing, I would say. Obviously it all comes back to Brock Lesnar, and he was asked about Brock Lesnar's return, and kind of just like downplaying all of the criticism that he's been getting. And it was just when he said something about how, like everybody is criticized, like even Jesus Christ is criticized. It's like, are we really kind of trying, like, are you trying to compare the two? Like, are we really trying to act like the things that Lesnar is accused of being involved in or whatever, that it's not serious, or that people don't have a right to be disturbed that WWE is just casually overlooking this? Like, I just felt like his comments were in really bad taste. And I get that he's biased because he used to represent Lesnar, and I'm sure that they have a friendship, but I feel like if he had just not said anything, that would have been better than what he did say. And so that was just like really disappointing, because it's like the criticism would have been, oh, he didn't even say anything. He didn't defend WWE. He didn't say, the opposite of what WWE wanted him to say. He just said nothing. That's better than comparing Brock Lesnar to being criticized because, Jesus Christ also gets criticized. Like, what? You're muted.
I hear you out with that. My thought is just, it's such a touchy subject, like how he's back. Yeah, Paul probably shouldn't have said what he did, but that's Paul Heyman being Paul Heyman.
I know, but I feel like it's just like more bad PR. You know what I mean? I mean, because they're already like backtracking and rewriting how Brock came back and whose decision it was and whatever. They're saying one thing, and then the next day they're saying the complete opposite, and then you're out here saying, like, downplaying the things that are alleged that he did. And I know that we don't know everything, but the fact that he is named that many times in a lawsuit about very serious accusations, allegations, whatever, like, I don't think we should be downplaying people's reactions to that, especially when we're talking about women. Like, if we're going to talk about the workplace of WWE, for a long time, it was not good for women. And I'm sure a lot of them are not overly thrilled that Lesnar is back and what that could mean for the future. Like, are we now considering like Alberto Del Rio coming back? Because there are rumors that they are. And it's like, why? Or is this the track we're going down now? We're just going to pretend that we care about these things, but then when then we can just randomly decide that we don't care anymore because we want these guys back. Like, that's not good. That's not a good workplace environment for women to feel safe and feel seen. And I don't know. I didn't like it.
I don't believe that Brock Lesnar being back opens the door for Alberto Del Rio.
I'm just telling you, people are saying that there's so allegedly like Andrade and some other Mexican superstars are like pushing for him to come back, and I'm like,
I did see that.
Guys, read the fucking room. I
don't think that's. Here's the thing. I have not seen Alberto Del Rio on any promotion for AAA.
No, I know so
yeah. I mean, I hope Alberto Del Rio does not come back. I didn't care for him then. I never understood the appeal other than the cool car.
It was always just because Vince wanted him to be something, so that's what he did. It's the same thing he did with Roman. It's the same thing that he did with Drew McIntyre. It's the same thing he tried to do with Austin Theory. It's like, if he decides that you're the guy, like, he's going to do whatever he can to make sure that you look like the guy, even if you don't perform like the guy.
I made a boo-boo. I tweeted out the Raw, our last show.
Oh.
All right, let me just delete that, and we punt it. So let's punt it over to my lemon of the week, Sarah, and it's really short and sweet, just because I just didn't like it. Naomi's promo she cut during commercial
Mhm.
break. Just didn't like it. All right, I'm not gonna lie. I thought it was ridiculous that you have your women's world champion cutting a promo for during the commercial break for the people who have either a VPN or the premium Netflix. It
Mhm.
it rubbed me the wrong way, and it's not like having someone on who's in catering usually and cutting a promo during the commercial break, or they're not going to be wrestling this week, but we'll have Jackie Redmond interview them in the crowd.
Mhm.
No, it's like she legit came out, said her shit. You could have had Jackie Redmond come out and be like what they did with Cody a few months
Mhm.
back. They do it all the time on AEW. Like what?
You know, it doesn't surprise me that much just because of like, look at how they treated Io when she was women's world champion. Like,
Yeah.
there were weeks that she didn't even leave the backstage area, or like they had an interview with her that was during the commercial too. So it's like we're really getting to that point already with Naomi.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I hope that's not something that continues, but I guess we'll see.
Me either. That's all we got for what our favorite and least favorite things were this week. It's time for us to strap in and travel around the Wrestleverse, starting with, I would say, the hottest topic floating around the Wrestleverse. Karrion Kross's contract is it's actually up this weekend, but allegedly today, WWE offered him a contract. I did see before this, though, that he was on an interview today with someone and said that he's seeing a lot of stuff online and he hates to disappoint, but it's not true. And I'm hoping he doesn't mean that they offered him a contract not being true.
You know what I think could happen is they know that dirt sheets are constantly putting stuff out there. I mean, look at how there was information out there. We could just look at the Seth injury story. People in on dirt sheets and whatever who claim to have reliable sources and are generally like on top of things were like, no, the injury is legit, blah blah blah. They were getting really pissed off about people suggesting the contrary.
Yeah.
And it seems like WWE is purposely trying to swerve people. So I think because of that and because of the reaction of Seth's cash in, I think that they might try to keep some of this stuff under wraps. So they're going to be a little bit more secretive about it and trying to, either limit the people who know or the people who might generally be the ones that leak information to dirt sheets. Maybe they're not going to be as open with the things that they tell them. And I think that a good way to go about it is to keep whatever they're doing with Karrion kind of on the DL, because I think if they keep him off TV, even for like 2 weeks, 3 weeks, right? Like, and let's say they do re-sign him, but we just don't know yet. And so because people know that his contract was supposedly up and it was like, oh, maybe this is his last match against Sammy at SummerSlam. If he just like pops up again in like 3 weeks or something, imagine that pop, because people are going to think that he was gone. Like Sammy's going to be like, I'm in the clear. I'm done with him, blah, blah, blah. You think everything's good. And then here he is again. Like,
that's what I mean.
It
like,
might be something that they do.
It's something that is definitely not out of the realm of possibility now. With how things are going in WWE. Seth Rollins went out and sold in reality that he was injured, going to the gym injured, hosting Rich Eisen for a week and having to put on an act that he suffered a knee injury. But he has money in the bank. Money in the bank is only gets a year, so he'll at least be good in a year. Well, swerved all of us. So
yeah.
I really would like Kross to stay. I think there's a lot of potential.
I know. And so I know that I didn't like things that he said about Brock Lesnar, but Paul Heyman was highly complimentary of Karrion Kross. And it was saying that he and I'm not saying that I agree or whatever, but he did say that he felt like the rise of Karrion Kross because of the fans was similar to like the rise of Stone Cold Steve Austin in the early days. And he was saying the same thing with, it's like, because Ariel was like, shouldn't they be pushing him or shouldn't he be in the title scene or whatever? And Paul was like, yeah, but if he was the Intercontinental Champion or the US Champion right now, would he be getting the same reaction from people? And Ariel admitted, like, no, they wouldn't. They wouldn't be chanting "We want Kross," because obviously the whole part of it is that you're trying to amplify a person to get those opportunities who isn't. So if they just immediately cash in on those, that's not going to work. So, I mean, he at least has some sort of connection with some people backstage, because Paul Heyman isn't just going to come out and say that about anybody, unless he actually believes it. So I don't know how far up that goes. It seemed like he might have been a Triple H guy. He was one of the first rehires when Triple H officially took over. And obviously he's way more over now than he was when he initially got re-signed.
yeah.
So it seems silly. Because I think that people that are super critical of Karrion Kross, I think that they try to I think that they've convinced themselves that the ones that are saying we want Kross are people who are saying, oh, we want him to be world heavyweight champion, we want him in the main event. And it's like, that's not it. We're saying that we're entertained by him because he's such a good character that we would like to see him stick around because we want to see what he's going to do next. That's totally fine if his ceiling is mid-card. Like no one cares. They're just like, you know what? He's really interesting and we love to see, the promos that he cuts and the vignettes that he does. And we love to see Scarlett. It's like, no one is sitting there being like, you know what? I really want to go watch another Karrion Kross match because he's so good. Like no one's saying that, but they're also like, I think taking it to the extreme of the opposite and saying that he completely sucks is like mind-boggling to me.
It is.
Because he doesn't suck. He's not necessarily Bryan Danielson, but he's not like a dude that just stepped out of NXT after the first practice. Like that's not it. So it will be interesting to see like what kind of reaction that he gets moving forward, because I would like to think that if he doesn't come back to WWE, that people will follow him wherever he goes. And then that will show that people actually legitimately support him and they aren't just jumping on the bandwagon of like, hey, we want this guy on TV. It's fun to say we want Kross, because we know fans are fickle and they'll say that they want something. And then the second that happens, they all of a sudden don't care. And I would hate for that to be something that happens with Kross. So I guess we shall see.
I'm trying to get the deets from Fightful Select and
that's fine. A lot of people in the comments are asking about the
I'm
ESPN
already
thing.
there, Sarah.
Okay,
I'm already loaded up, and
Got it.
that's why I went to my mail and looking at this to begin with, because the biggest news dropped today that starting in 2026, WWE will be broadcasting their shows and having a partnership with ESPN, Sarah. PLEs will be on ESPN Plus. Select PLEs will also be on cable television as well. While I get the details from the Fightful Select right now, what are your thoughts on it? I said my thoughts in the house last night. I want to know your thoughts right now.
So it's one of those things that I feel kind of conflicted on, because I feel like WWE becoming more mainstream and getting recognition by a network as reputable to most people as ESPN, as in regard to the sports world, I feel like that's great. It also connects them to Disney, and we talked about how it would be like pretty fun if they made like a theme park, for WWE fans or something, or even a Hall of Fame. And it's like, okay, well, they have a connection now with ESPN and Disney who do these things. So this definitely gives them a bigger platform to be seen by a lot more people and to be respected in a different way than they normally are, because people just immediately say like, it's fake fighting, blah, blah, blah. Well, it's on ESPN. But on the other side, of course, is the financial aspect that you're forcing fans to do just to watch your product. And I don't like that. It's something that I've complained about with the NFL. Obviously, if you guys aren't aware, I cover the New England Patriots for a site. So like I have to watch Patriots games. I enjoy football, so I like to watch as much football as I can. And right now it's like there are like, I swear, up to 10 different streaming services that you need just to be able to watch every game in an NFL season. And we're now getting to a point where WWE is going to be like that too, because you can only watch Raw if you have Netflix. You can only watch PLEs if you have ESPN, or, you know, there's other ones like if you have Hulu or if you have Fubo, like there's other ways that you can watch it. But it, you know, it's the same with SmackDown. Like you have to have USA Network, but if you don't, then this, or you have to have the CW to be able to watch NXT. So it's like you have to have a lot of platforms. And I think somebody did it. You have to pay like nearly $100 a month just to be able to watch everything that WWE puts out in a month. And I don't think that's fair at all. I think that it would be so great if WWE Network were still around and they could just be putting all of it on there for $9.99 a month or even $20 a month, you know, because at this point you're asking people to pay nearly $100 a month. They would be willing to pay $10, $20, $30 a month if they got all of their WWE programming on one platform.
Yeah, that's the problem. That's the problem with wrestling fans.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they just want one central place to watch everything. And that's great if you want to be a wrestling company, you know, but the problem is that WWE is a little bit bigger than that. They want to be more like a UFC, and UFC has their deal with ESPN. It is broadcasting it to
it's
a
TKO
broader.
driven.
It is TKO driven. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Like, it's TKO driven, and you're trying to cater to the casual fan. You want to get that fan who watches UFC to also tune into WWE as well.
They're not.
And they're not. I'll tell you right now, they're not. I talked to them, and they much rather UFC, but there is a possibility now with how the product is that fan could come over. And I said this last night on in the house that this is a good thing for wrestling because it's only going to grow wrestling. It's only going to grow the professional wrestling to the point where it is pop culture relevant and not as, I don't want to say taboo, because that's not the word, but it's more like looked down upon. You know, you're not, I mean, I think every wrestling fan here has gone through it of being ridiculed or bullied for liking it. You know, it's like, oh, it's, and it's like, yeah, of course I've heard it 9 times over, but we still love it. You know, you probably have something that I think is fucking stupid, but you love it and that gets you up in the morning. So I'm not going to trash on that.
Yeah.
The thing with wrestling being on ESPN moving forward is that it gets what I said with the mainstream, all that. But it's also like, when it comes to cost, everything costs an arm and a leg now. And I don't see the issue with it being on ESPN Plus, like, oh, I have to pay $30 a month. Now Peacock's upping their streaming service.
Yeah, but you have to remember though, that you have to then pay for Netflix, then you have to pay for ESPN Plus, you have to pay for maybe Hulu to watch SmackDown. You have, you know, like that's asking a lot when your product used to be on national television.
Correct, but everything is now on these.
That's part of the problem, though.
Yeah, it is part of the. Yeah, it's not a like wrestling-centric problem. Is what
because just because everybody's doing it or everything's expensive, it doesn't mean that it's okay. You know, it's like I would assume there's going to be a dip in viewership for PLEs because people are not going to be willing to be paying $30 a month because there are people out there who won't use ESPN Plus or whatever for anything other than watching WWE. Like I basically only have Peacock to watch WWE PLEs. I mean, I know there's other things on there, but I don't use it for anything else. So it's kind of a waste of money when you only use it for one thing, maybe twice a month, you know? And I think they're going to see a dip. I mean, I already saw a lot of people talking about how they're going to start watching streams, the illegal streams, and being a pirate. Like, I've been seeing that already immediately. So I'm like, that's not a good sign. And then you find out today, like, Peacock prices are going up, some of them by $30. Like,
it's crazy.
it's
That's why.
insane.
Yeah. Do you
Absolutely insane.
see? So on a kind of a positive note, with it being on ESPN Plus or ESPN now, do you see more bars and restaurants and
Maybe.
those places having it on their screens and not doing private event watch parties, but definitely having it on the screen like you would have football on a Sunday?
Well, maybe. It might be a little bit trickier because if they're going to continue doing PLEs on Saturday, obviously that's going to be competing with college football once football starts. So they're not going to, pick a WWE PLE over a hot college game.
I understand that logic. I'm in the minority, I understand that,
but they might have it as an option, or like if you ask to watch it, maybe you won't get looked at as crazy or something. You know what I mean? I don't know. We'll have to see how it goes. I am curious to see. I saw somebody saying in the chat, I think it was a bad guy saying like Stephen A is going to be on the pre-show. Like, let's not have that kind of crossover. Keep that away.
I don't think Stephen A wants to be.
No, but can you imagine Stephen A and Pat McAfee? I would want to blow my brains out.
Okay, I would want to see that in the ring, and that's why we have the Nonsense Wrestling Federation, because we can make that happen.
Yeah. Well, and I still have beef with ESPN. Like, I watch ESPN when I have to, when it's like a Monday Night Football game, but like ESPN going after the Patriots for Deflategate, well, I'll never give them a pass for that. Just saying.
Yeah,
it's like the Colts. I fucking hate the Colts. So
yeah. I have a couple of friends that work at ESPN.
No, I know, but the bad guy is saying if you use a VPN, you get everything on Netflix with no.
Yeah, I know. Sarah, we need a partnership with NordVPN.
I know. I'm like, I want one because I tried to use it to on my Fubo, because we get Fubo through work, and I tried to use it so that I could watch Raw live before it was live, and it didn't work. But it might be something worth putting in to like our TV,
Yeah. No, it absolutely is.
And yes, I see everybody basically in the chat is not thrilled.
Whoop, whoop! Disney's not going to screw Alien. Saying Peacock is for WWE.
He's agreeing with me.
Yeah. I'm just reading. I'm just catching up on the comments myself.
Oh, okay.
I do agree with this though. No, I like low-key do agree with this.
He could slide in now that WWE's leaving. I mean, but it depends. The thing is does Peacock want to invest in them? That's the thing. Like, they are not in a position to dictate where they go, where WWE has like multiple options, like there's a reason why it took a while to hear anything about them getting a television partnership or whatever, the cable, the whatever with HBO, whatever, right?
Yeah, they're Time Warner.
So it's like Tony Khan can't just go to Peacock and be like, hey, you want AEW? Like, they would have to be like interested.
I do like AEW's TV deal that they have going right now. It is very smart.
Mm-hmm.
And it doesn't seem like they're like having, because I don't think Collision's on cable anymore, or else I'm stupid and can't find it.
We watched it in Vegas.
No, but I went to go watch on YouTube TV and they couldn't. It was 2 weeks in a row. I just couldn't find it. I was like, oh, it's gonna be next week. And I was like, fuck this. So then I went to HBO Max and I found all of them. And I was like, okay. But it's smart because you go to a network like that, you're such a young company that if you are this early on, you're building a catalog for yourself so that you have past shows, past pay-per-views. Like, what does a wrestling fan do that no other fan does? They go back and watch old shit.
WWE Network was so ahead of their time.
It was so ahead of their time.
I still don't really understand why they gave up on it. Like, why did you stop doing it?
I would like to know that answer too.
because I'm like, do you not understand how many millions of dollars you would be making off of WWE Network right now? And you could still be getting, you could still have commercials, you could still have a ton of sponsorships. You know what I mean? Like, even ESPN could buy WWE Network or something. You know what I mean? Like, there's still a thing like that could happen if you're so concerned about money. Because I really do think that TKO is trying to use WWE as their cash cow to get them out of their alleged debt. And that's why they're doing all of these foolish things that like are forcing fans to pay a ridiculous amount of money. And I feel like they really missed an opportunity for a lot of money to be made had they just kept around and invested more in on the network.
Mm-hmm. I miss the WWE Network, man. I used to watch Countdown every week after I finished my homework because we had iPads instead of textbooks.
Mm-hmm.
Terrible decision by the high school, but awesome. Fucking amazing. So I'd finish my reading or whatever and go right to the next app and go watch Countdown on network. Like I love when wrestlers talk about past wrestling moments.
Yeah.
It's those wrestlers you can tell were fans growing up.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what influenced them today. And they have a different mind for the business.
Sorry, I was laughing because I just opened Instagram to look at something, and the first clip that popped up was on the Undertaker's podcast saying that the only person he would ever consider coming out of retirement for would be Gunther. And then I just saw that he's because he said, you know, he wishes he could have a match with Gunther, and then he cuts him off before he can say anything. He's like, before you can say anything, and Michelle McCool is like, you're going over. And Taker's like, oh yeah, if we had a match, I'm going over. I just think it's funny. And then Gunther just cracks up, you know, but it's like, it's so funny how he's like, yeah, no, I'm going over. Like,
dude, that's,
I don't know. I have to watch the whole clip, but
you have to watch the entire interview, Sarah.
No, I will. I'll try to watch it later.
That is so up your alley. And
well, yeah, hello.
The bad guy, I know, okay, but I went to YouTube TV and I went to TNT and it was not there. And I was so pissed because I have it set as a recording so that on Sundays or whatever day that I come home and just want to watch and catch up on wrestling, it's fucking not there. So Thursday night is when I go. Like, that's the thing. Fridays, right before SmackDown, I'm playing my Nonsense Wrestling Federation or any other sport on the Nonsense Network while I catch up on my wrestling. It's not there. You're really, Sarah, it fucks up the flow.
I'm sorry.
It fucks up the flow. Speaking of nonsense, for us, Toni Storm just beat Stephanie Vaquer, women's champion. Stephanie Vaquer, she is the women's champion now too. Who should Toni Storm feud with? Let me get your creative input here.
Chelsea Green.
Chelsea Green is on my show. I can make that happen. Okay. I can do that.
I love Chelsea.
Did you see that this week? That's another rosebud of mine. Chelsea Green is aligning herself with Ethan Page.
The clip that I saw of when she first came out and how she says something about how he's like the greatest North American champion or whatever. Ethan looks legitimately caught off guard. I'm like, was he not told that Chelsea was going to come out and say this? Because like, he didn't look upset, but he was like almost shocked at what she was saying. And so I thought that was funny because I was like, and then, you know, when she was like, I heard that one time Ethan fought a moose and the moose apologized. Yeah, I didn't get a pop, but I was like, guys, like, it's so stupid, but it's funny.
No, it's Chuck Norris jokes. It's fucking awesome.
I know.
I love the Chuck Norris type jokes.
It's so funny.
So while New Jack and Shark Boy fight in a Falls Count Anywhere match, Sarah, let's get to our next topic, which fucking love New Jack. Anyways, what is kind of nonsensical? Well, yeah, we're talking about him anyway. Undertaker does not care about your TikTok. Did I already say this? Or we talk about this off camera?
You did talk about this, yeah. How they are not watching the match and they're doing TikToks.
Was that on the show or was that off camera?
No, that was on the show.
All right, then we're gonna get rid of that banner. Yeah, here, give me some of this.
Oh, yeah. So Saudi Arabia, I forget who, but some high-ranking dude in Saudi Arabia. I'm just saying, I don't know his position. I don't remember his name. But he teased that WWE is going to give them a big PLE in the future, basically hinting that maybe in 2027 they will be having a WrestleMania in Saudi Arabia. And I cannot express to you how disappointed I would be if this ever happened. Like, first of all, the Saudi crowds are almost never good. Like, I think it's like they're like a needle in a haystack when they actually have a crowd that responds well, and that doesn't sound completely silent when things are happening. And the thing is WWE gives them big moments, like time and time again. It's not just like, oh, they got a random Raw episode and it was fine, so that was why they didn't really react. No, they've had a lot of big things happen in front of them, and they're still just kind of like crickets, and it's ridiculous. Secondly, Saudi Arabia is not a place that people go to vacation. So if you are saying, yeah, we're going to have a WrestleMania in Saudi Arabia, you're basically saying that we only want locals here, or like anybody that feels comfortable in the surrounding areas to come to Saudi, because Americans aren't going to go there. Canadians aren't going to go there. Europeans are probably not going to go there. So I feel like that's a big no-no, because I feel like it's really important that they go to places where people will travel to, and you're not alienating like a whole section of your fan base, or the majority of your fan base, from going. Like that just, and to me that feels like, wouldn't that mean that they're going to lose money? Like, I almost feel like the money that they would probably lose from, you know, people traveling and people coming from all over the world to go to the show and buying the merch and whatever, they would want Saudi to pay them the difference. So it's like, offer us like a shit ton of money up front, like more money than we would normally ask for, so that they could make up for the fact that, you know, thousands of Americans and Europeans and Australians and whatever are not coming. Because it's all going to be local people. They're not going to be staying at hotels. They're not going to be taking Ubers. They're not going to be, you know, doing all the other stuff. Yeah. And so I'm like, I would just be really disappointed in that if like this is even being considered, because you're already getting a Royal Rumble, which is going to be absolutely atrocious. And it feels like that should have been, we should see how the Royal Rumble goes before you even consider a Mania. And I don't even think they should ever do a Mania there, but still.
No, it's not the place. It's not the place for it. No. Like it's when you think of WrestleMania, look at all the cities that they go to. Yeah. They go to a place that you can make some sort of trip out of. Philly, and you got me with Philly, but everywhere else.
But also, this seems so backwards to me, because if anybody outside of the US should be having a WrestleMania, it should be London. It should be Paris. It should be wherever in Europe, because they've been asking for it for a really long time. Not going to Saudi because they're willing to pay you like $8 billion to have it happen. Like, I feel like if they're going to go out of the US, which has been a very controversial topic, then it should be London. Like, there's no reason for you to be going to having a WrestleMania in Saudi Arabia before you have one in London. That's absolutely wild to me.
Didn't they already talk to the mayor of London?
Yeah, they hinted at it, but clearly it's not coming in 2026. So
I wonder, does London have anything big coming up that would kind of halt WrestleMania?
Well, I mean, I don't know 2 years in advance.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
okay. I mean, I can't imagine why they couldn't have it if they book it in 2027 at Wembley. Like, why not?
I wonder if someone's already booked there or something.
I don't know, but they are willing to move dates or their dates around for Mania. I mean, Mania has been much later this year and last year, you know, because it was closer to like the end of April, and it has traditionally been at the beginning. Even a couple years ago, it was at the end of March. So it's like they're clearly willing to adapt if they have to. And I think that I think that would be a much better thing, and a much better sign to send to your fans that have been begging for a Mania in London. I mean, they sent John Cena out there to beg for it too. And then you're like, we're going to Saudi. It's like, what? I didn't see them begging for it. Not to mention they're going to get the Royal Rumble.
I know. I didn't see them begging for it either. Like the London crowd. Our poor wrestling peeps across the pond. Do
you ever see like Saudi fans online? Like, you never even see them
talking about
it.
I
Like,
don't know if I ever have interacted with someone from Saudi Arabia. I couldn't
I
tell.
don't even either. That's the thing. Is like, you know, when it's like a Londoner is like talking about it. You know what I mean? So it just seems like they have louder voices, at least on the internet wrestling community. So it's like, do Saudi, I don't know what they're, you know, I don't want to disrespect them
Saudi
at all, but
Arabians, I would
the
call it.
locals, like, do they even want it? Or is it
I
just
think-
like WWE wants the money, so they're like, yeah. And let's
I
not
mean-
question where the money's coming from either, or how they have it.
I ain't here to talk about that. I'm here to talk about the wrestling. All right?
Mhm.
I don't give a who know. I'm not in the room where it happens, so I can't talk about what goes on in the room where it happens. Room where it happens.
Well, I say
room
let's go
where it
London. And I was
happens.
talking to my coworkers about it because there's 2 of them that are in the wrestling chat. Well, I think it's only 2 of them. No, there's 3. But the 2 of them were talking this morning, and they were talking about this story. And I was like, I vote for it to be London, and then I'll come crash on your couch, and we could just have like a fan-sided meetup in London for WrestleMania. That'd be pretty cool.
Going through comments right now. El Juggalo. If WWE start partnering with Triller and Amazon Prime, ain't gonna happen. Let's step below them. That's step below.
Not now that they're partnering with ESPN.
And Triller is like kind of got some money issues from what I read. So
And I don't want them to join another streaming service. Please.
El Juggalo, what is JCW? Is this your own version of the nonsense? Is this your own nonsense wrestling federation? Because that'd be interesting. And if not, tell me when you're coming to Massachusetts and I'll go. I'm willing to trade the Cleveland Browns to Saudi Arabia.
I mean, I don't even know if they would take. I don't know if they would even take them. To be honest. Also, what is your puppy's name? And tell them they are a good boy or a good girl.
They're a good dog.
Good dog.
I really don't have anything to add about this.
Good riddance.
Yeah. All right. So
you retired because no one wanted you.
Jake Hager retired from pro wrestling and now owns a trucking company. The only thing I will give my in memoriam to his wrestling career is I loved him, Cesaro, and Zeb Coulter with the Patriot gimmick.
Cesaro being like a racist when he's a foreigner is such a wild thing.
Well, I love WWE. Only in WWE or pro wrestling will you have a foreigner portray a completely different persona.
Yeah, a racist white American.
Like, oh.
Poor Cesaro. Poor Claudio.
No, he's fine. He's fine. I'm
saying for that moment, for that time period.
Oh yeah, poor him.
My little Claudio.
He went through shit in WWE. He's one of the few people, like few mid-carders that I loved that I got overly like upset that he was not getting a title push.
No, I know.
I don't have many of those, as you know. Like I will tooth and nail see the other side of the tunnel, but Claudio, Cesaro, whatever his name was fucking should have been a world champion. Still should be a world champion.
I still don't really understand. Like, I feel like in a way when you think about these types of guys, you can kind of pinpoint why Vince might not have been all that interested in pushing them further. But they actually gave him like quite a grand debut. They partnered him immediately with a woman. They like made him a big deal, you know, especially his strength and whatever. And then it just feels like after that, they just like after a while they gave up on him. And then he's just like bouncing from faction to faction and like they're not really doing anything. And I'm like, I don't really get it. Is it because he was bald? Like, because obviously Vince likes a guy with hair. So,
but he loves a jacked up bald dude. We know this.
But it's like, I don't know. I don't know if that's a question we'll ever figure out. You know?
Yeah. I'm taking off that banner because I don't really have anything to say there. Rumored right now that Sol Ruka has impressed a lot of people in the higher ups and
Mhm.
is main roster bound soon. Do you
Mhm.
want this?
You know what? I really like Sol Ruka. So do I want her on the main roster? Sure. My only concern is how WWE has been treating the girls that have come up from NXT recently. That just concerns me. Like they couldn't even give Julia a match at SummerSlam, you know? Stephanie Vaquer has been basically non-existent over the past 2 weeks. Like they're basically doing nothing with her until Clash in Paris. That's what it seems like. They didn't give her a SummerSlam match either. So I don't know. Jordan Grace was supposed to come up and then they brought her back down to NXT. So I guess I would just be concerned about what does her future look like? Because I would want to believe that if they're going to bring her up, that she's going to be immediately in the mid card and then maybe progress over to the women's championship. But it feels like they don't even really know what they're doing with the titles. They're not highlighting them every single week. Like we were just talking about, they had friggin' Naomi doing a commercial segment. So do I want to see her because I think she's the future of the women's division? Yeah, she's incredible. But I also don't want her to come up unless she's going to thrive.
Yeah, I don't want to see her come up just yet. I would much rather see her in NXT
She should
for
be
a
the
year or
women's
two
champion
more.
before she comes up. Yeah,
Yes.
she's a good North American champion, but I feel like they should try to have them all be women's champions before they go up. I mean, unless they're completely prepared, like Becky and
they don't need it. Jordan Grace doesn't need the NXT.
Becky was the only 4 horsewoman who never won the NXT title, but I wouldn't say that she needed it. You know what I mean?
It wasn't make or break for her career.
Yeah, but Sol Ruka's only been wrestling for 2 years. So I feel like it's totally fine if she spends a little bit longer down there.
And you have to realize too that what she's doing right now with Zarya is really good.
And that's the thing too. We can even look at Zarya. She was brought in and was supposed to be this big deal. And then they were like, we're not going to have her on TV at all. And then they put her in a tag team, which is great right now. But what are you going to do when you bring Sol up? Are you going to forget about her?
Is she going to be a monster? You know what I mean? Is she not going to have a softer side?
She's also really pretty, and you wouldn't really know that because she has all this makeup on, which she looks like a total badass. But it's she's also really pretty.
No, that's two different people. Seriously, that's
which I kind of love. It's kind of a way to separate yourself from your job in your real life. Kind of, I would say even Rey Mysterio. Rey Mysterio could go out in public and people didn't know who he was, but it's when he puts that mask on, he's a different guy. So maybe that's something that Zarya does or enjoys. But I would like to see them do more with her too, So that's the thing is I just get worried about these kinds of things and what this means for their future because I mean, you could even look at Carmelo Hayes. He was the hottest thing in NXT. They bring him up to SmackDown and they've done virtually nothing with him. The most action that we saw him with was the best of 7 with Andrade. So it's that was great, but they've done absolutely nothing with him. And it's okay, that I don't want to see that for Sol. I don't want to see that for anybody else that comes up because I don't think that's fair.
Yeah, it's the curse of the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal.
For real.
It really is.
I would just I don't want to win it. Don't let me win it.
Look at that history.
Throw me over the top rope.
Pull a Pretty Deadly and just go right over. Yeah, wait, where are they?
One's injured, apparently.
That's right. I didn't.
My guy is injured, apparently. Because I was a Kitty girl, and I still like Kitty, obviously, but Elson changed my mind in person because he was just so nice.
They were really nice. I loved talk with them. They were cool. Final topic here. Austin Theory has been removed from the internal WWE roster. People were freaking out that, this means that he's going to get released. They're not renewing his contract, yada, yada, yada. And I made a TikTok about this, that they're removing him from the internal roster. You know who also is not on that internal roster? Ilya Dragunov, Zoe Stark. Kiana James wasn't on it for who knows how long because of her injury. It's an injury list. It just means that the internal roster is the people that are going to be either on the show or backstage at the arena. All right. It is not a roster page type of removal where you're getting removed from everything internally and online.
And when someone gets released, we're told.
Yeah, we're told.
So,
Guys, Grayson Waller already told us this. Austin Theory's injured.
yeah.
All right. It's, whether he is or not, he's dealing with something. All right. And
or at least trying to sell the fact that he is.
Yeah. And that's the thing we mentioned on the show. If we're saying it, WWE is definitely thinking it. Austin Theory is someone that you can build a brand around. You know what I mean? He could be your face of the company going to these community service or, charity type events and be a great face for your company. He's also so young too. 26 is so young in the industry. Let him have this time off right now and hone his craft and do whatever he's got to do.
Yeah.
He'll be fine.
Maybe they can have him come back and it's not all about A-Town down. I think that's the thing is we need to see something. We need to see a little bit more than that. He needs to be more identifiable other than doing the same thing that he's been doing basically since he debuted. The only thing that's different is he doesn't do the selfies. Otherwise, it's the selfies, everything else is the same. I hated really the selfies.
I really did.
The only one I'm okay with the selfies is Tyler Breeze. Okay. Tyler Breeze. Oh my gosh. You know what is funny? I saw this interview with Chelsea Green and she had to pick what male wrestlers in WWE were more diva. And it was this person or this person, this person or this person. Then it gets down to the finals. And she, of course, said Tyler Breeze. I think it came down to I don't remember. I think it might have come down to Tyler Breeze and Pretty Deadly.
Oh, wow.
And she picked Pretty Deadly. And it was because of their outfits. And they're just they just buy into the entire diva thing.
Their music is
diva.
Their music is.
Yeah.
If you play ABBA, come on.
I know.
I grew up listening to ABBA.
It's guys.
Gimme.
How am I no fun? What am I? What's no fun? How am I no fun? What were we talking about that makes me no fun?
I don't.
Oh, because I don't love the A-Town down. Oh, the selfies.
Yeah.
You know what? I didn't hate the selfies. It was the face he made because he was always I hated that. It was just so annoying. But I did enjoy. Remember when R-Truth also he taped a phone to a stick and was trying to be.
Yeah, I mean, just
he was it's my selfie stick.
I do remember that.
Yeah.
God, R-Truth is a weapon. He's incredible.
Good times.
That's all we got for the Wrestleverse. Let's park that car and hit that 1, 2, 3 count. Sarah, do you have a old school wrestling pay-per-view in mind?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I'll guess. All right, 1. But was it between 2000 and 2004?
No.
Oh. Was it in the 90s?
Yes.
Okay. Was it a theme specific? Holiday specific?
No.
Okay. Only in the 90s. Is it in your house?
No.
Okay.
That would be too easy.
That's why. Okay, I just want to get that out there. Was it? Do you remember that? All right, because my question is, was it in a was it in the season of fall?
Yes.
Oh,
I think technically it's still considered summer. I think, but it's at the end of summer.
Okay.
Because if
Vengeance.
No.
Oh. End of summer.
Because you have to remember, technically, winter doesn't start until mid to late December or something stupid.
Oh, true.
So it's summer doesn't officially start until July or something.
All right. So was it before SummerSlam?
So I'm talking about September.
September. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So after SummerSlam. In the 90s. Was the color scheme red?
No.
Okay. After SummerSlam. Why am I blanking on pay-per-view? Oh, No Mercy?
No.
Oh. Trying to think of Armageddon.
No. Yeah. And no Bad Guy, no.
All right, so I'm at 11. Fuck. All right.
This might have been a one-time thing.
That was my next. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
It was a one-off pay-per-view.
Yeah.
Okay, in the 90s after. Did it happen in America?
No.
Was it oh shit. Did it happen in Britain?
England? Yes.
Yeah, tomato potato. Oh my god, I can't think of it. It's on the tip of my tongue. There was a cage match. Oh, this is gonna annoy me. It's not Clash at the Cat. No, it's not. No, what is it?
One night only.
Yeah, not like
WWF
Royals.
one night only.
That's the name of it?
Yeah. It was in 97.
Oh, one night only?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I thought there was because I have an image of.
I was trying to pick one that you wouldn't get because you always get mine.
I do. All right, I have a quick. I have mine off the top of my head, so.
Okay. I'm not gonna be able to get it though, because I never.
You will.
Okay, is it in the 2000s?
It is.
Is it something that is still around today, just under a different name?
No.
Okay. Just because like No Way Out is Elimination Chamber.
Yeah, no, not
that. Was it around for a long time?
I would, yeah.
Is a faction named after it?
Yes.
Judgment Day?
Yeah.
I was gonna say if it's not that, and yes, bad guy. I was gonna. That's weird. I was gonna ask that, but I was gonna ask what was the other one I was gonna ask about? Oh, I was gonna ask about it being if it was named after a video game, because like No Mercy.
No Mercy. Yeah.
That was gonna be my next guest.
And 2.
Let's go.
Quick one.
Mm-hmm.
Good one. Jimmy from the Q, part of Stash Club Wrestling. I'd say a good pal at this point. An amigo.
Have you talked to him?
Yeah, he's working on. Yeah, we're working on something right now to get him not only on the underground but here too. At some point, I just don't know when. But we're in each other's DMs. I'll spoil that.
Cute boyfriends.
Yeah. So he posed the question today. He's doing a video for Stash Club. If you could trade for Edge right now so that he could be John Cena's final opponent, who would you send to AEW? And this was my response to him as a joke, because I mean, this is just hilarious. But I said 2 Grande Americanos and a PC prospect to be named for Edge.
Mm-hmm.
Who are you doing? Like with that in mind, like if you want to do it, like think of it like a sports trade.
But I can't choose no.
For just play the game, like just play the bit. Like you don't, but like, all right, this is your job for the day. You got to get Edge from AEW over here. Like, how we doing it?
Okay.
What is your strategy?
If I want to stay on brand, I would offer Jey Uso straight up. But
that's your answer. That's your answer.
But I can. I'll come up with a different one because I'm just gonna be called a hater.
To be honest, actually,
What?
Yeah, no, I would like because he's like I'm picturing Jey Uso in AEW and like trying to see how that would go.
Yeah, I don't think it would go well.
I don't either, but like I would like to see where they would. Where's he fighting?
Who would I give up? I'm trying to think. I don't know. I'm like, who do I not like that I would trade?
My thought was like, who's a good AEW guy? Who's like, oh, they're not being utilized enough. Like they'd be better suited in AEW right now.
Yeah, but who would? I don't know.
So we'll go with a show answer of 2 Grandes.
Sure, but not Kaiser.
All right, but it's Dune then.
Sure.
Or Gable.
No.
I don't think Gable would do well.
No, Pete Dune and what's his name? Tyler
Bate.
Tyler Bate. I kept wanting to say Tyler Rex. So that's why I was like, who?
Republic.
Yeah. God. No, quarter, catch, Crew.
Crew.
Like, shut the fuck up. God. That's where Miles Bourne is, though, right? We stand.
Not anymore. Him and Tavion left. It is
Okay.
pretty much the Ren QCC with Charles. Good old Charles Dempsey.
Okay.
So we got the Nonsense Wrestling Federation. Sarah, it's time to book your show.
All right.
And this be How I Fall Asleep Tonight, along with other wrestling stuff. So currently, we have a rivalry match between American Made.
Gross.
And I don't have a name for them yet, but there's got to be one that hits soon. The Great Khali and Andre the Giant.
Why are they on my show?
See, here's the thing, Sarah. I can't have all of the nonsense.
Okay, but I can have nonsense that doesn't involve the Great Khali.
See, that's where we need to start making trades. Like,
okay,
this is where we need to start talking and being
do I have Omos? Like, can I have Omos and
I don't know if you have Omos.
Andre instead?
What do you got beef with the Khali for?
He's just gross.
He's the Punjabi prince.
And he killed a guy by like smacking him on the head, bro. What?
Maybe
yeah,
when he did ruthless aggression on your show. I don't like. Well, that's your first match. I can't really touch that because it is a rivalry match, and I'm pretty sure. Oh no, maybe I could. Anyways, second matchup is Braun Breaker Dragon Lee. Do you want to do anything to that match?
I kind of don't want Dragon Lee in that match.
Well, we can make that happen, Sarah, and I can do it pretty quickly here. That's why we're going to book your show really quick. So with you, I'm not going to change the match stipulation on you unless you tell me, but participants I'll do at pretty easily, like it's standard. So we're taking Dragon Lee out. Who do you want him to face? Who do you want to face? And here's the thing, it's NWF, so like you could name legitimately anyone, and I probably have them.
Who do you have that's like a strong nonsense guy? Like, do you have Johnny
Strong
Bravo?
nonsense. Let's go. Do I have who?
Johnny Bravo.
No, I have Superman's on your show. That's where he is. All right, we'll talk.
Okay, then do Superman.
You want Braun Breaker versus Superman?
Yeah.
Timely. All right, that's sick. All right, sweet. That's your second match. Third match: World Tag Team Champions, War Raiders, taking on Judgment Day.
Keeping it.
Yeah, I feel like there's no need to mess with that. We got Lyra Valkyria taking on Liv Morgan.
Keep it.
Keep it. We're gonna keep that one as well. All right, this is where it gets nonsensical here. We have Isla Dawn and Alba Fire. I forget what their tag team name was. Oh, the Unholy Union. Thank you. Unholy Union taking on New Catch Republic.
I feel like if we're gonna do nonsense, we should have them against a fake team rather than men. Like, can they be against like Powerpuff Girls or something?
No, I can do that. Yeah, let's do it. Because I have it. Like, that's the one thing I've tried to do is download nonsense women. Because obviously my first thought is nonsense men wrestlers or just other not female characters.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see who we got for women on your show that are kind of nonsense. So we got you. You want me to put you in there? We got to get you on the show.
I don't have a tag team women's partner though.
I disagree. What I tell you last week. This is how you don't listen.
Becky?
No, the other goat. Who's your other goat?
Trish?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
You want to do that? So I'm putting you in because you need to be on the show. But we could do Trish. Oh, it immediately had you tag with Gunther because you're in that faction with him.
I mean, imagine Gunther chopping the shit out of Alba Fire or something.
This is where like I wish we could do more with like the backstage stuff and like implement your own stories there. Because I would have these two be making fun of you backstage or giving you shit. And then Gunther just stepping up behind them and being like, well, you ladies can get in the ring with us and we can settle the score for ourselves. Whatever he says.
Mm-hmm.
All right, but let's get a woman in there though. Custom Funaki. Sure. No, why do you have Tyler's Tony Storm? You shouldn't. Do you want to team with Mercedes Monet?
Sure.
That really?
Sure. It's
All right,
nonsense.
it's nonsense. Fuck it. I'm riding Sara and Mr. Mercedes Monet taking on the Unholy Union. I'm for it. Next matchup is Karrion Kross taking on Dirty Dom. I think for canon the show, because we have to keep Karrion Kross on the show. We can't take Karrion Kross off the show.
Mm-hmm.
But do we want to have him face Dirty Dom? He's someone we can't take off the show.
I don't like him facing Dom.
All right,
I'd rather they be allies.
All right. So you'd rather be allies. Who do you want Karrion Kross to kick? Whose ass do you want Karrion Kross to kick?
Jey Uso.
Jey Uso?
Is he on my show?
Oh, maybe. I didn't even think of that. That's 5.
Oh my god, this would be my personal. This would be my personal hell, bad guy. This would be my personal hell. Just throw Matt Riddle in there or something, and I would want.
Bro,
I would kill myself.
All right, so we got Jey Uso taking on Karrion Kross, Paul Ellering and Scarlett in his corner. And your main event, Sara, I think you'll keep it for the nonsense factor, but it's also a rivalry action, and I don't know how it is, so I want to see what the hell this is. The main event of your show is Bray Wyatt.
Excellent.
Taking on Super Mario.
Okay.
I don't know how they came up with that.
He doesn't like that he lives underground and tries to hide who he really is, and that's a plumber. You know?
He's just a plumber.
Yeah, he's just an Italian plumber.
I really think you have something there. So, all right, that's your show. We have kicking off the show, American Made taking on the Tower, something Towers. We got to come up with that. Braun Breaker challenging Superman. The War Raiders taking on Judgment Day. You know what? For you, I'm in a good mood. If Judgment Day win, they get title shots. I'm for it. I think we need to make it happen. Liv taking on Lyra.
Is it JD in there? Not Damian?
It's JD and Finn. Like, it's new Judgment Day.
Okay, good.
Liv and Lyra. The Unholy Union taking on, I would say, the real allies of conveniency here of the bad gal Sarah Marshall and Mercedes Monet. Jey Uso taking on Karrion Kross with Scarlett and Paul Ellering in his corner. In the main event, Super Mario taking on Bray Wyatt. And it's the 2020 Bray Wyatt. He's not the Fiend.
Not yet.
He's just Bray.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to see this go down.
It's before he gets fired.
I can't wait to have this in TNA simulcasting. Oh. And you could enjoy it too if you just subscribe to the channel. What do we have for subscribers for No Nights Off?
It's not been good because I haven't been uploading videos, so we've lost them.
We've lost subscribers?
Yeah, because I haven't been posting. But I need to. I know, I need to. Also, they just added a new thing. We need to figure out how we can get on TikTok. Did you see that thing when you went into StreamYard? It showed you how you can make a custom screen for TikTok now.
Oh no! Okay,
so like we're on top of each other instead of.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so we should.
All right, we'll figure it out. All right, now I got a job. Nice.
Yeah. If you can figure out how to connect it, let me know because it's kind of tricky. You need like a code or something. I don't know. It's like.
All right, cool. I got a job. Let's go. All right, we'll figure it out. Now let's get to some comment. Is it all just Jay? What channel is it?
No,
Jay?
It's not. His name is not Jay.
Bad guy. Sorry, I get just so many. What channel is it? It's twitch.tv/Nonsense Sports Network. If I get, I said 10, but I want to have a legit audience, or at least someone that would watch. Someone to do it for, because we already do this and whatnot. I would commentate this, and I would just shut off the commentary that is on here, and then I would commentate it. And if it got big enough, I would find a way for Sara and I to commentate it. And then if it got big enough there, we could use AI videos to add in vignettes and shit. So the opportunity is endless. We just need the support, and you guys are the support. You've already got us here to the thousands and thousands of subscribers. We need to turn those thousands into millions. So, yeah, thank you for tuning into this edition of No Nights Off. We'll be back next week with the Raw Rewind. We'll be posting clips more. We got Patriots football. We got Nonsense Wrestling Federation. We got a lot of shit going on. So to stay in tune and in touch with everything, hit that subscribe button and bell notification to know every time that we post. And follow us on TikTok, No Nights Off Show, because that's growing every day. So keep that growing. What do you got?
I was taking a picture of my keyboard because I got a new keyboard.
Oh, nice. So go follow us there, subscribe there, and then follow our personal social media accounts. Sarah's only got Twitter at SMarshXO, and I'm at Patty Pitts with Patty with D's on Twitter. Instagram.
Double D's. You know,
Yeah.
Patty's got double D's.
Double D's. You should be following.
D's nuts.
In your
Ew, nasty.
Suck it. On Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok as well. And leave me a voicemail. Speakpipe.com/official house show over on the underground, where I give my own takes every Wednesday, helping out my peeps. That's what I do. That's what Champion does. And let me know what you think. What do you want to know that's going on right now? What do you want to know about my own personal fandom? You know? So that's what you do. Leave a voicemail there when you can. Speakpipe.com/official house show. All right, it's in the chat there. And bad guy. It is not a funhouse match. It should be, though. Like, could you imagine Bray Wyatt and Super Mario fighting all throughout the Mushroom Kingdom? I mean,
crazy.
The Fiend is basically Bowser. We're just working towards that. So, thank you guys for tuning in. God bless. Remember that you can do it. All you got to do is try. See you later.